So how can I get period 4 to actually listen to this video? I know I'm going to tell them this is a story about a zombie named Glenn from The Walking Dead, and he loses his right hand when he's fighting with a mummy. And let's see, maybe Glenn dies. No, he lives. I don't know. It doesn't really matter because that's not what this is about. We're actually going to be typing up our argumentative essay. It's that time. We're going to be doing one of the first steps on your timeline, which is Modern Language Association. Well, what does that stand for? MLA. All right, so yeah, you probably heard this rumor about me carrying around this ruler and taking out papers and measuring it. Well, I'll be honest with you, it's true. That's what we do with MLA. First thing I'm going to do is measure those margins, and then I'm going to check to make sure you have a heading and that you distinguish that from your header and that you've created some sort of a title. And yeah, there's going to be a works cited page at the bottom, and I'm going to make sure that we have correct font size and font type. I'm going to be, and guess what? Everything has to be perfect. Yes, perfect. You wonder why? Well, what if you went to a salon and you wanted to get your hair cut and you said, you know what, I only need you to, I just need you to trim my hair a little bit. In fact, if you could please just cut off about, I say, a half an inch. Well, maybe for the MLA sake, let's say an inch. And they go and they cut your hair, but instead of 1 inch like you asked them to, they cut off 3. Well, that's a big deal. Those are big numbers. Or you know what? What if you went to the dressing room and you asked for a size 6, ladies, and the salesperson brought back a size 9? What? That's a big difference. That's 3 sizes too big. Or what if they gave you a shoe size and you said, I need a size 7, and someone brought you back a size 3? What would you do? I know I would just turn around and run. Hi class, it's Miss Miller here, and today I want to talk to you about the MLA formatting. And so hopefully by now you have an idea of what that means, and we're going to be a little bit more explicit in just a few minutes. But I wanted to share a story with you when I was in middle school and our teacher asked us to write, let's say, like a 2-page paper. I thought, no problem. And so what I would do is change my font to like 20 font, this huge font, and I'd make it really pretty. And then about 15-20 minutes I had my 2 pages. Well, of course, MLA was already in place by then, but no one bothered to tell me. So in order to avoid this same issue with you guys, I want to make sure that you're prepared for when you go to high school. And so we're going to begin doing the MLA formatting. And it's nothing special. It's just a unique way to prepare your paper so it's the same presentation for everyone. So I brought in this book, and this is the book that I used in college. It's the MLA Handbook for Research. This is actually the 5th edition. There's been a couple of editions since then. And what it is it really helps you with your citing of your papers. It helps you to avoid plagiarism is what it does, and to prepare a works cited page. So now they have the internet for this. You could probably find all sorts of information that provides you with very detailed way of citing work for MLA. And there's different ways to do it, but MLA is something that the English teachers have agreed upon across the nation. In most cases, when you go to college, a lot of English teachers do it. When you're in high school, a lot of English teachers also use MLA formatting. So it's just a common way to make sure everyone is on the same page, the work is uniformed and universal. Oh, hi there. It's me, Miss Miller, and I've got my handy ruler, and of course I am actually measuring the margins. I've got to issue some tickets to those students who didn't make those adjustments. This particular essay, actually, if I measure it, it's off by about half an inch, and that's a problem with MLA. So please make sure that we make those changes to our margins, left and the right. So the first thing you're going to do is do the heading, which is your first and last name on the left side, followed by the teacher's name. And that's going to be Ms. Miller in this case, ms.c space Miller. The third line is going to be the subject or the title of the class, which is English 8 Honors, followed by the date. In the fourth line, you need the day, the month, and then the year. In this case, I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to make sure that the spacing is correct. So I want to double space the entire document for MLA formatting, so you can see that adjustment. Now we're going to change the margins. We're going to go to File and Page Setup, and then we're going to go to Settings. You'll see Margins, and you're going to click for the left and right margins only. You're going to adjust, and so you're going to see that change, left and right margins. Okay, and then next we're going to go to the title. So we're going to center it, and then you're going to put in a title, 2 or 3 words. I'm going to now go in and do the header, which is very different than the heading. I'm tabbing over a couple times. I'm typing in the last name only. You don't want to put a page number here. You want to insert and then click on the number sign, which will allow you to actually change the page numbers at the end of every page. So this one will say 1. You don't want to type in the number 1 because then 1 will show up on every page. Okay, and then I forgot to also change the Times New Roman, so now you need to change the font type. It's already a 12 font, which is what is required for MLA formatting. And you know what? I need to go back and actually change the formatting for the header. So it also needs to be 12 font, and it also needs to be Times New Roman. A lot of people forget to go back and do that, so please make sure that you do that on your paper. Now what I'm going to do is scroll to the bottom because a works cited page belongs on its own page. So you go to a separate page, and once we get down to its separate page, we're going to center it and type in the word works with an S for plural because we've read more than one source.